It's Friday, August 21st, 2015. Welcome to Shenzhen, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. First up, the big news we've been waiting to hear about for several months now. Google has finally unveiled the statue and the new name for the next version of Android. Android M is now officially going to be called Marshmallow. Additionally, instead of being 5 point something, they're moving on up to the 6.0 label. All of these things really don't affect anything, it's just labeling and naming, but it is nice to know. And of course, to go along with that, they've gone ahead and released their final developer preview for all the Nexus devices, as well as an SDK for Android 6. Moving right along, the Android One initiative is now officially coming to Africa. The first device they're going to be launching is called the Infinix Hot 2, and it's going to be available in physical stores in Nigeria and then online in Egypt, Ghana, the Ivory Coast, Kenya, and Morocco. There are two different versions of the Hot 2 for the equivalents of about 87 and 97 US dollars, and they've got some pretty decent low-end specs for that. And to go along with the launch of this new device, forums for the Hot 2 have been added on XDA. Oxygen OS version 1.0.2 has officially been released, addressing the stage fright bug. So if you're a user of the OnePlus One or a user of Oxygen OS in particular, you may want to head on over to their forum and pull down the latest update. In a very exciting bit of news, ZUK, the company behind the ZUK Z1, kind of the reason that I'm here in Shenzhen, announced this week that they're going to be partnering up with Cyanogen for the international version of the Z1. We're going to have lots more information coming out on the ZUK Z1. I'm probably going to be making a dedicated video about the event that I'm going to today. So if you have any questions or anything you'd like to know about it, definitely let us know. Moving on over to the forum though, XDA forum user Scritch007 has managed to port Cyanogen mod over to the 2015 edition Moto G, and according to the post on the portal, everything seems to be working pretty well with it. So if you're a user of that 2015 Moto G, you may want to head over to his forum thread. XDA recognized developer Sultan XDA has figured out a way to get the OnePlus One to record in 2K resolution using the front-facing camera, which is something that pretty much no other phone can do at this point. It doesn't work with every single camera app. It's not a mod that changes everything on the phone. It only works with the Snapdragon camera app that's included with the mod. But if you're a OnePlus One user and you've been dying for some better front-facing video, you may want to take a look at this. XDA recognized contributor Wanam has put out a new build of Exposed, specifically to make it work with the Samsung Galaxy S6 variants, as well as any of the upcoming ARM64 based Samsung devices. So that's definitely some exciting news there. Speaking of Exposed though, XDA senior member Tabpole put together a guide showing you how to install Exposed on your LG G4. From the thread, there's actually a list of devices that it's confirmed to be working on. It says Sprint, AT&T, the H815L, and SEA, and H12. I think those are all the international versions, and then the Verizon one as well. So if you've got one of those devices and you want to get Exposed running on it, you may want to check out his thread. And while you're hacking away at your LG G4, XDA member Uzrek has put together a mod to help you boost the volume on the G4. Now the article itself mentions using it with earphones. It doesn't mention the speaker itself, so I'm gonna assume that it only works for earphones. And I used my G4 on the plane with no real issues, so I'm probably not gonna be doing this myself, but if you have used headphones on your G4 and they're just not loud enough for you, you may want to take a look at that one. And finally, to wrap things up, another video went up on XDA TV this week, a video that I worked on before I came here to China, and it's the first in a series of videos talking about what are the best phones that you can get for less than $100. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check out the link down in the video description. But that's going to be about all from me for today. I have a long conference-filled day, and I'll hopefully be providing you with a lot of updates from that. And of course, you can always check out my daily vlogging channel down in the video description so that you can see all of the things that are going on behind the scenes that you don't necessarily get to see in these videos. But remember, if you like this video, please do give us a thumbs up down below the video, subscribe to receive all of these videos when they become available, and I'll see you again next time.